Do you want to know what colors are going to be trending for spring summer 2023? In this video, I'm going to be showing you the color trends for spring summer 2023, including Pantone's color of the year. This video is kicking off my top fashion trends for spring summer 2023 that you need to know about. And this series is in collaboration with two amazing ladies, Daniela Lippert in Mexico, who does fashion and lifestyle, and also Marisol from Mari Estilo in the United States, who does fashion and outfits. We're going to be bringing you all the top fashion trends for spring summer 2023 that you need to know about. So what colors are going to be trending for spring summer 2023? Let's start off with the color of the year, which is called Viva Magenta. Pantone, which is the Color Institute, has given us this beautiful color as the color of the year for 2023. And Pantone describes this color as brave and fearless. Every season, Pantone, the Color Institute, gives us these beautiful colors to play around with, and they're based off of New York Fashion Week and also London Fashion Week. And these are the colors that you will also see on the runways like Milan Fashion Week as well as Paris Fashion Week. Whenever I think of spring, I definitely can think of this color here, Viva Magenta. This color here is kind of like a mix of red and pink. If red and pink had a baby, I feel like this is the exact color it would be. It's a vibrant, warm color, a deep pinkish red shade, and I think that it would work with many skin tones. And I also feel like this is a color that can be paired with other colors, so definitely a great color that you can mix in your wardrobe. If you are a person who loves bright colors, bright hues, you can definitely mix this color here with other brighter hues to kind of create a color block. I can definitely see this color being mixed in maybe with a green or also with a yellow. And also, if you do want to add this color to your wardrobe but you don't like the bright hues to mix with, you can also mix this with more of neutral tones, maybe like a white or also like a gray. Or this is a color I would absolutely love to see as a monochromatic look. This color head to toe, I can definitely see that being a great, amazing outfit for spring and summer 2023. This is also a look that we did see a lot on the runways, a monochromatic look of this Viva Magenta color of the year. I definitely see this color and I definitely think spring, I definitely think summer. I feel like it's a great color of the year to try in your wardrobe. Like I said, this color, Viva Magenta, the color of the year, was seen a lot on the runway, like New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. Designers used it not only in garments, but also in accessories as pops of color, which is a great way to utilize this color. Definitely a beautiful color to try for spring, summer 2023. Now, the next fashion color trend for spring, summer 2023 I want to talk about, let's talk about the reds. First up, we have one called Fiery Red, which Pantone describes as a supercharged red hue that signals an energetic intensity. This color was in New York Fashion Week color palette. Red is always a significant color in your wardrobe, in my opinion. I feel like it's a very strong, powerful color, and I definitely feel like you should definitely have this color in your wardrobe. This red here is kind of more of like a brick, a little bit more toned down red than the next one I'm going to share with you. I personally love this red here. I feel like it's the perfect shade of red. We saw this color in runways like Michael Kors. We also saw it in the runway show Chloe, also Gucci. So many different runways incorporated this color, and like I said, I feel like a red is a very important color, very powerful color to incorporate in your wardrobe. Now, another red tone that's going to be trending for spring summer 2023, this one is called a Cherry Tomato, and this one is more of a brighter, bold red than the Fiery Red from New York Fashion Week. This one was seen a lot in London Fashion Week. It's described as a tempting red that calls out for attention. It was seen in Burberry. It was also seen in Carolina Herrera. The Carolina Herrera runway show definitely had a lot of beautiful dresses in this beautiful color. Like I said, I feel like a red, whether a more toned down red like Fiery Red, or if you like more of that brighter, bold like Cherry Tomato Red, I definitely feel like this is an important color to have in your wardrobe. I absolutely love that this color is going to be trending for spring summer 2023. Now, the next fashion color trend for spring summer 2023, let's talk about the oranges. The first orange color that I want to talk about is called Tangelo. Now, Tangelo is described as a tangy taste, vitamin enriched orange. It's a bright and saturated color, and I think that it looks great on warm skin tones. We saw this color on the runways in different styles, more in monochromatic style outfits, also pops and like bags and accessories, also parts of patterns. I definitely feel like there's so many different ways to kind of incorporate orange in your color. I'm personally not a big fan of the color orange, but I feel like this is a great, happy, more springy color. Honestly, something that I really love about all these trendy colors from the Pantone Color Institute is that these colors are going to be trending worldwide. So whether you live in Australia or Hong Kong or Canada, these are the colors that you're going to be seeing in store when it's time to create your spring summer wardrobe. Now let's move on to more of the peachy oranges. The first one here is called Persimmon, which is a silky honey shaded coral, and we also have one called Peach Pink, which is described as a nurturing peach tone that invites you in for a warm embrace. Persimmon is more of the orange we saw more on New York Fashion Week, and the other more peachy tone we saw more in the London Fashion Week runways. I feel like this color is great if you love orange but not such of a bright saturated hue. These are more of like a nice pastel type of vibes that definitely speak spring. I feel like both swatches are pretty similar, but I feel like you have two options here if you love more of a saturated orange, and also if you like more of a peachy type of tone orange. You definitely have a lot of colors to choose from this season that are going to be trending. Now the next fashion color trend for spring summer 2023 that I want to talk about, let's move on to the yellow hues. Where are my ladies who love a good yellow color for spring and summer? First up, we have Empire Yellow, which is described as a luminescent yellow that's radiant, joyfulness, and we also have Blazing Yellow, which is described as a heated, radiant beam of sunshine. These yellows are vibrant. They almost kind of give off like that neon type of yellow, more chartreuse. The majority of the fashion shows showcase this beautiful yellow color, which was seen in shows like Roberto Cavalli, also Stella McCartney. Stella McCartney definitely had a lot of yellow hues in the runway show. I feel like yellow is a bright, a happy color. I definitely feel like if you say the word spring, you definitely have to think of the color yellow. Definitely a bright, happy, springy color. Now the next fashion color trend for spring summer 2023, I want to talk about greens. Now I feel like in this green category, we're going to spend a little bit of time because green is going to be a huge color trend for spring summer 2023. There's so many variations, so many different shades of greens that you're going to be seeing this season. Let's start off with some greens from the New York Fashion Week palette. We have Classic Green, which is a nourishing green imbued with healthy giving qualities. I feel like this is a beautiful green that can be worn all year round and a great color to play with for spring and summer. I definitely feel like this is more of a classic green, not just the name of the color, but definitely a more classical type of green. The other greens I'm going to share with you have different types of shades, but I feel like this green here is kind of like the perfect classic green color. Now, if you love brighter hues, we also have Lovebird. This color, Pantone describes it as more of an exotic green. And then also from London Fashion Week color palette, we have Tatanite. These are more like exotic, more brighter greens. I definitely think that these greens are the more popular greens of the palette. So definitely keep an eye out for these green shades when you're shopping for your spring summer wardrobe. You're definitely going to be seeing a lot of these green shades. Now, if you love more of the classic toned down colors, there's a few core classic colors in green that will be trending as well. First off, we have Leek Green, which is a vegetable green with a subtle flavor. Also Grated Jade, which gives off more of a soft, more of that pastel kind of green. Now these greens here are kind of classified by Pantone more as core classic colors. I feel like these are more toned down, more classic. I feel like these greens here are more easy to kind of mix around in your wardrobe with other colors and other shades. So if you don't love more of the bright, bold, trendy greens and you want to play around with trendy colors for this spring summer 2023, I definitely feel like you can play around with these more core classic greens in your wardrobe. Now the next fashion color trend for spring summer 2023, I want to talk about the pinks and the purples. Now I may be a little biased of this color. As you can see, I'm a big fan of pinks and purples. I absolutely love those shades of colors, and I definitely feel like they're perfect for the upcoming season, spring and summer 2023. First up, we have what's a perfect mix of both pink and purple. This color here is called Beetroot Purple. This one is like a fuchsia hue. I would definitely say that this is my favorite color out of the palette. Like I said, I may be biased of these color tones here because I really love them. I even use both these color tones in my wedding. I absolutely love pinks. I love purples, and when you mix it together, I feel like this is a great color to try for the season. Now, for my ladies who love more of a dusty type of pink, we have one called Crystal Rose. Pantone describes this color as a clear pink conveying modern romance. This is more of a super light pink, more baby powdering pink. We saw this color a lot on the runway, like Burberry, Balmain, Carolina Herrera. Carolina Herrera again had a lot of beautiful dresses in that beautiful dusty pink feminine color. Now, if you're looking for a shade darker than Crystal Rose, we also have from the London Fashion Week palette a color called Pink Cosmos. This is described as a garden pink and promotes contrast to all other hues. This one here, I feel like it's the perfect pink, one of my favorite pinks, because I feel like it just matches great with any other color that you pair it with. Now for the purples, we have a color called Spring Crocus. I feel like this season we didn't have so many purples in the palette. This one here is a beautiful shade that I also feel like it's great for spring. But like I said, compared to last season, we had a lot of variations of different purples. Here we have more of this more jeweled tone type of purple that you can incorporate for spring summer 2023. Now the next fashion color trend for spring summer 2023, let's talk about the blues. Now just like the greens, I feel like we're going to spend a little time here on the blues because there's a lot of blue shades for this upcoming spring summer season. Let's start off with the more electric darker hues. First off, we have blue perennial. It's a standout blue that strikes the palette. I would describe this color as like a denim blue, which we also saw a lot on the runway, a few denim looks, and it definitely embodied this color here. Now we also have a color called electric blue lemonade, which is more like a true blue, kind of more bright. David Conant had lots of monochromatic head to toe looks in this blue. Now I personally have never been a huge fan of blue, but I feel like this blue here definitely gives off like happy vibes, very springy vibes. I really love this blue color here. I was definitely surprisingly a big fan of a lot of the runway looks we saw with this beautiful blue color. Now if you love more of a toned down blue, we also have a color called airy blue, which is a lightweight blue, more powdery, and also we have one called Summer Sing. This one is more of a clean blue tone, and then lastly we have one called Skylight, which is more of a light aqua kind of blue. These blues here I would definitely categorize them more of like airy, more pastel types of blues. Like I said, with the greens, you have a lot of blues to choose from as well. We have more electric blues. We also have more pastel, more airy types of blues. Definitely lots of blues to choose from in this palette this season. Now the next fashion color trend for spring summer 2023, let's talk about the browns. Now I feel like the browns is kind of more my department. I personally love neutrals. I love browns. I feel like they're such rich colors that you can play around with in your wardrobe. First up, we have macchiato. This color is described as a detailed brown with a light layer of foam. Honestly, reading this caption, it definitely makes me want to drink my favorite drink, a macchiato. I was definitely praying for this color to be the color of the year, but maybe one year we're gonna have that dark, rich brown color as the color of the year by Pantone. I definitely feel like this color here is just so rich, such a great color to incorporate into your spring and summer wardrobe. I feel like it's an unexpected color for spring and summer. Usually when you think spring and summer, people usually gravitate more towards pinks or maybe purples or greens, but I feel like a brown would not be bad in your wardrobe for spring. Definitely an unexpected color that I feel like would be a great rich tone to add to your spring and summer wardrobe. Now we also have a color called Mocha Mousse. This one is described as a sweet milk chocolate brown. Balmain had this color in silks, Bottega had this in leathers. This one is more of a softer shade than macchiato. I personally love both colors. I am definitely going to be incorporating both these colors for spring summer 2023. Don't forget to pass by Daniela Lippers and Marisol for Mari Estilo channels to see what colors they are loving this spring summer 2023. Tune into the next video in this series, and I'm going to be sharing the top 10 fashion trends for spring summer 2023.